Welcome to the full moon. it's it's happening today. Yippee! And what a beautiful day it is. It's the what is this? It's the July 8th. So there it is. And something I wanted to talk about today is how amazing we are. Yeah, us. Our human experience. Because we are brought into life in perfection. We're a perfect design. We are, generated from this little tiny sperm that, managed to beat out millions of other sperms in the sperm war. Who's gonna get into the egg? So this one little sperm hits the egg, and boom! All of a sudden, a parent cell is developed. And out of that parent cell, everything gets generated. And these are living cells. These are our stem cells. These are what generate life. This is what creates us. And that never changes. So from our very inception to this moment as I sit here today, my body is operating completely, thank you, 100% on stem cell regeneration. As a matter of fact, every 7 years, our bodies are completely renewed, just like that. So it's a real misnomer. We've been led to believe that what builds our body is what we consume. This is a myth. It is just not true. By design, we have perfect bodies that can totally grow and totally regenerate itself in photosynthesis with air and with sun, just like that, just like the rest of the natural world. If you take a tree, it's a perfect metaphor or equivalent, is that with a tree, you plant this little tree, or it starts off with a little acorn or whatever, and it starts to grow. Now, its roots start to spread, trunk starts to grow, it forms branches and leaves, and the whole 9 yards. Now, a lot of people think that this is all due to nutrients in the ground, which it has nothing to do with nutrients in the ground. As a matter of fact, if you actually realize what the roots are like feet. That's holding the tree up. That's what the roots do. They stabilize it. Because if you take out if you put a tree into a container with a limited amount of soil, just the right amount of soil, whatever, the tree will grow and grow and grow and grow. The amount of soil will never change. And so it just becomes a void. Now, our bodies are similar in that we really grow out of photosynthesis. Now, we have been led to believe through uh, a long period of time now that we need food to live. But this is just not absolutely true. Now, in our consciousness, in our psychology, in our mindset, we believe that. So it is important that we eat because that's what our mind believes. And if we don't eat, then our mind starts to perceive that as a slow, painful, suffering death. Starving to death. You know, but we can live without food. We can live without water, but we can't live without air, without breath. Just doesn't work. So, I get people that come in and argue these ideas, that somehow I'm tripping. Well, yeah, maybe I am. But in all the research that I've done, all the books that I've read, there is valid evidence that these statements are true. And because of that, I have a tendency to believe that to be the truth. Now, I have attempted fasting on several occasions so far, and I intend to continue within that practice. Now, I have had my own struggle with it because of my mental conditioning. And in order to change my mental conditioning, I have to change my physical conditioning. So this is a work in process. I have to just keep practicing because I've spent almost, well, I'll be 64 in 2 weeks. So I've spent that long a time indulging in food and believing that it was a requirement. So to undo that, it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. And so I surrendered a bit and understand that point. But it doesn't change the validation of the point just because of our personal experience. And it's everybody's experience on their own. There's people that have gone 40 years plus without food, documented. So tell me about it. Tell me all about it. You know, it's what's good for one can be applied to everyone. It just works like that. So don't be fooled. Just learn to listen. Especially to your body. If you want a fine-tuned body in harmonious, perfect health, you have to listen to it. You have to pay attention to it. You have to quit masquerading it and allowing the poisons that we've been perpetrated into believing as a part of our necessary diet and stop that belief. It's poisoning us. It really literally is. Most of the food, most of the beverages, most of our addictions, pharmaceuticals. I mean, pharmaceuticals, hey, you might as well be shooting heroin too, smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol. It's all relative. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the spring water, the mineral water, these things all, what happens is that we have a perfect, balanced, organic system. And what we do is introduce inorganics into the system. And then the inorganics are what start leaching onto our body. This is what causes the calcification. The liquid in our joints, it disappears and it becomes calcified. And this is due to consumption, plain and simple. Our bodies are just turning into like crystallized salt. and so when we drink distilled water, when we drink our urine, when we do these things, it helps to cleanse the body of these inorganic materials. And it's important to clarify and have a distinction between organic and inorganic. This is important to understand on a physiological nature. So that's why I drink distilled water. That's why I do my urine. That's why I do diatomaceous earth in my, I mix it into my morning pee, and I also mix it in with my aged urine for my enemas. And believe me, I feel the difference. I feel the difference and see the difference in my skin. I feel it in my hair. I can totally feel it. I'm being renewed. I'm being regenerated, new stem cell energy. And instead of continuing the poisoning, I'm working on the healing. And it's a long, long road. It's a lifetime effort. It'll never change. It'll never go away because the air we breathe, nobody is living in a perfect environment. No one. I mean, maybe a rare exception in the high Himalayas with a yogi in a cave or something, but most of us are subjected to the poisons that surround us in our environments, in our homes, in the chemicals that are being used to clean the homes, in the air that we're breathing as we just walk down the road. All of these things, we are subject to poisoning. And if we really want to be healthy, we have to constantly maintain and cleanse our body. That's why urine therapy works. That's why the urine enemas work. That's why rubbing it into your skin and allowing it to absorb through your pores works. They all work. It's a beautiful healing modality. All of these therapies in concert with each other just accelerate the healing process. And I know because I am living proof. I have changed all my chronics. My pains are gone. I don't take meds anymore. My skin is starting to glow. My wrinkles are disappearing. My skin is tightening up. All these things are happening direct from use of my own urine. All of them. So pay attention. Listen to your body. Do some research. Find out what is so about all this. I certainly, will do the best I can to answer questions, but I'm no doctor. It's not my job. Every individual is an individual, and they have a unique circumstance that they need to correct, and that's why your own urine is the perfect remedy. It is. So I've penned out a poem that I'm going to share with you, if that's okay. And this is entitled, No Prescription Required. Humans are perfect by design, who destroy themselves over time. What we consume becomes a test. How long we live is reduced at best. We replace fluids with calcification, diseasing millions throughout the nation. Salt and sugar, the gateway drugs, are subsidized poison from corporate thugs. That shit is in everything. It's an addict's wet dream, disguised as nutrition. Well, it's time to come clean. Doctors can't help you with the prescriptions they give, delaying the cure. It's no way to live. I choose to heal, and I'm totally free. And there's no prescription required because the cure is my pee. And that's the truth. That's how it works. So anyway, I hope you have a beautiful full moon day. I hope that you get lots of love and hugs. And if not, I'm sending you my love as we speak because I truly love you. And so keep your peace together and have a beautiful, wonderful, marvelous day. And boom! Hey, you just been loved. Bye-bye.